Hello, hello. I think I'm live. Hi. Hello, guys. Gonna give everyone a couple of minutes. I'm a little late. Honey, it was very real today. Just got the M's down. So taking a little breather. How are y'all doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, okay. Thanks for joining me. Yes, we're counting down to Founders Day, Sarah. Yes, I'm excited. Hello, Brooklyn. Guys, listen, it's been a day. Like, when did they start giving kids like 3 pages of homework in the 2nd grade? Hi. Oh, how's Nisha? I need to call her. Hey, Sarah. Hello, hello. Okay, guys, I'm trying to give everyone a minute. Yes, Ask Mo Mondays. Welcome, welcome, guys. What's up, Orlando? So I'm super excited about this new year and being able to connect with you guys. That's fun. Savannah, Georgia. Been to Savannah, I think once, a long time ago. Hey, Sora. Quinn, what's that? I know. When I start doing lives. Today, basically. No, but gotta get more active. I want to talk to you guys. Let's have the conversation. Oh, I love you too. Hey, friend in my head too. What's that? West Palm Beach. Whatever, Quinn. Shut up. Hey, guys. I'm gonna give a couple of more minutes. Okay, guys. I'm trying to let's see. Do you guys know if I can get on? Oh, thank you. Yes, the kids are knocked out. They typically go down at like 7:45 on school nights. Today it was more like 8:30, right as I was supposed to be starting up. So I'm a little behind time, but everybody's coming in. Hey, Alabama. Yes, Mo be working. Mo is tired. When is my call time? When are we filming while you're on this live? I am shooting a movie. Yes, I'm talking about you. Hey, Tiana Boo. Okay, how more minutes do y'all think? Maybe like, let's give it to 8:45. Aw, yes, it takes a village to co-parent, guys. And it's not always easy. I know you know that. The specs, yes. Y'all want to know a secret? These are like, do you call glasses costume glasses? I don't know. I just feel like, No, but honestly, if y'all see these, I probably don't have on any makeup at all. So it kind of camouflages it, right? But it's all good. Trust me, y'all need to do it too. It works wonders. Yes, hey, Ray. Hey, Dallas, Texas. I know it's very quiet. The M's are asleep. Do y'all want to hear maybe some background music or something? I don't know. What's up, Shreveport? You see what? Shadowy eyes. Oh, I know. Is that better? Okay, one more minute. Oh, thank you. And if you guys have any questions while you're coming in, just go ahead and put them down there. hopefully I could ask you. I am actually loving my new place, guys. It's really nice. The energy here is superb. It really, really is. It really is. Hey, Callie. Oh, thank you. I like to think so. Thanks, Shay. It is quiet. Can I get some music? See, I have to hook all that up in the new place. I don't have my, oh, maybe I can do that. What's in the background? I'm not sure when I'm going back to Dallas. You know, I'm always there. I have cousins, sister-in-laws, everybody there. Oh, thank you. You're beautiful too. Yes, this is my first live tonight. Let's see. Are we ready? 45. I was trying to get it up to a couple more. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. This is how this live thing goes. Okay, y'all gonna have to bear with me, okay? Hopefully. Just started a wash. We got that in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Ooh, shoot. Don't talk about me now. Okay, guys. Welcome to Ask Mo Mondays. I'm super excited. Happy 2019. Seriously. You know that I am. Hey, boo. Okay, hold on. Let me try to get some of these questions. Question more like I'm happy to see you. Oh, thank you. Okay, so do I just talk to the thing? Yeah, somebody let me know some tips and stuff. I just want to feel like my friends taking advantage of me and I don't know what to do. Oh no. How are the Ashley business? How do you feel like they're taking advantage of you? Okay, let's get to that later. Okay, guys. Listen. I am so excited. You see my friend on here making fun of me talking about when you start doing lives. Yes, I feel like I ain't have time to do lives because I am exhausted right now, but it's very necessary that we talk, just talk about what's going on. And I know a lot of people see my life and see me with the M's. They're like, girl, you just make it look so effortless and all this stuff. And listen, up there, God, because if it wasn't for him, I would be toe up from the flow up, screaming, pulling out my hair and everything else. So listen, if I can do it, you guys can do it. And I feel like we definitely need to support one another and be there and just talk about some things. So let me know where you're from, where y'all tuning in from. I know we got Dallas, we got Alabama, got a lot of more places in the house. And I really want y'all to know that I appreciate y'all so much. So much. My life is sort of like an open book, but this little dialogue and going live, like I was still kind of staying away from that. And I don't know if you guys know, but I just launched my YouTube channel. So please go subscribe and hit the bell and just, become active with me and let's have some conversations because I'm super excited. And watching what's going on in the world today, dealing with children and like exes and people being in their feelings and like just having everything splattered over the internet. I don't even know if they're thinking before they're reacting. And that's one thing I pride myself on doing. Of course, yes, a couple of times. I am human. We got in our feelings, or when you think something is about you, you gon', buck back. But it's not about bucking back because, of course, that's the ego every single time. And what you have to do, what helps me, if anything arises, is just taking a breather, taking a breath, and just looking at the situation from someone else's standpoint, from someone else's eyes, and just like, okay, this might not be about me. It might be like, let me not take everything so personal and think about those two kids over there. And honestly, when I do that, like just catch it instantly, I get my mind right. And I'm just like, no. And no, you don't have to clap back or do whatever in front of the world. You just be a grown woman or a grown man and hit them up and just have a conversation. Because it could be as simple as, oh, okay, well, that wasn't about me, or that wasn't shade, or it wasn't this. And of course, you know, we all have our opinions, and everybody can misread things or want to hype it up or want to see you act a fool. And a lot of people fall prey to that. But I don't know about y'all, but I don't have no time for that. Like, I really, really just cut it out and just do what's best for them, ultimately, because we're all going to have to be around each other. We're all going to have to, you know, be the examples, because ultimately how we act, how we move, they're watching it. And we are the examples. We're the living, breathing examples. You can say, don't touch that fire all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell them what not to do. But if you're walking around talking smack about the ex or their significant other, like, they're going to hear you. And they're going to act accordingly, too. So it's not about that. I get constant questions. I have my notes right here, y'all, because it's my first time. From the, you know, my followers, about like, how do you do it, and like what made you like just get over it? Because of course I went through my breakup in front of the world, and I was very vulnerable, and it was hard. It was extremely hard. But like I said, like, my foundation, God, and just my support group, the people around you, that matters too. If you got a whole bunch of rah-rahs, you know, hyping you up with negativity, you probably gonna, you know, nuck if you buck. And you can't have that. You can't have that at all. It's just not a good place to be in, especially if your brain is so, you know, convoluted and just hurt. You first have to get to a place of finding you again and healing, and get to the business of healing, and forgive yourself, because you have to take accountability as well. You can't just blame the other person. And even if you didn't do anything, or you feel like you didn't, like, it's still like you still have kids. And you guys still have to get to a place of, oh, thank you, stability, and just do what's right and figure out your problems. Okay? I hope that was a good little introduction. Let me get into it. Tonight my topic will be on peace. Like, the importance of peace. Because you cannot have chaos. You can't. Like, why? What is it going to do? It's not going to make you feel better. It's definitely not going to make your children feel better. It's not. They feel energy. They're keen on energy. And you have to keep your space right. You have to keep everything peaceful. And just like the day I had today, it was very all over the place, and it wasn't a good one, you know, but God is good, and guess what? Tomorrow I'll get to wake up and do it all over again, and, you know, I won't complain, because you just got to do it, and I wanted to be my best self for you guys today, my first live, 2019, gonna try to, how do you pronounce my name? You pronounce my name Monyetta, or just call me Mo. All right, so the importance of keeping the peace. You have to just be in a good space. You have to know how to deal with anger. And like I said before, you have to know how to heal. And first, you have to want to, because people don't realize that sometimes you just, when you hold on to something, like, how do you expect to heal if you're holding on to that person or that anger or what he did to you? Like, it's not possible. You have to let it go. You just have to speak positivity. Like, even if you're not feeling it, honestly, that's a secret of mine. When I was like super down, I would like wake up and just tell myself over and over again, girl, you got it. You're good. And say a prayer and keep it moving. And, you know, they say fake it till you make it. I legit, like, I had to, because I had to take care of my kids. They were a lot younger then. And I would go through the day and just, put all type of like positive energy out and into them, and it would spill over, and just seeing their faces, the little goofy things they would do, and that would give me joy. And of course, when I would put them down, it's like, okay, this is real. Like, the hurt will come back up. And I would make sure that I didn't do that around them. I would get it out because it's important. I'm not telling you not to cry and not to, scream if you have to. Do whatever you have to do to get it out. But trust me, if you have to speak to someone. I had like a life coach, my pastor, and my dad. I don't know those of you who read Bigger Than Me. I talked about my healing process in that book, which is on Amazon, and Keeping It Classy. It's also on Amazon right now too. Please go get it. Hey Chicago, hey LA, Clarksville, Tennessee. But seriously, you have to get to a place of forgiveness, and you have to heal. You have to forgive yourself again. You have to forgive your ex-partner in order to move forward. Let's see. Should I get into a question now? What are y'all thinking? Okay, to see y'all questions, do I have to stroll? Don't talk about me. Are you doing this? Yes, I do. Yay, I am doing it every Monday, guys. So I'm super excited. So hopefully this will grow. Yes, breast cancer survivor. Congratulations. That's amazing. Okay. ATL in the building. No, no, he is where he's supposed to be. Everyone has a time, and it's a reason and a season. And his reason was to help me produce those two beautiful M's. And, it's all good. Our time was up, and that's okay. Let me go to the question segment. Monyetta, how do you find balance for family and friends, and find time for Mo? Yes, I'm exhausted half of the time. That's just real, honestly. But it's super important to have your time. It really is. And I had to find that out the hard way. I love my kids so much. And in the beginning of the breakup and everything, like, they saved my life, honestly, because I knew I had to be strong for them. And that's what I did. That's just what it was, like, every day. And just to be that example. But I was giving so much myself and so much, and I'm like, okay, yeah. So I would promise myself that I'll go out with my friends, and it made me feel so much better. And then just come back and, be back on Mommy Momo. But you have to be able to stop and, get your little girl time in, take a trip. I love to travel. And honestly, that's the plus side of co-parenting, because when it is the time for them to be with their dad or the mother, you get to kind of like woosah and like relax and chill and, travel if you want to or whatever. But it's super, super important to do so, because if your cup is empty, like mine was, you're just going to exhaust yourself. You're not going to have anything to give. So you have to keep, I don't care what it is, going to the spa, even if it's getting a quick mani or pedi, just have to like woosah and just have time for you and your girlfriend. So I just make sure that I try to balance as much as possible. I know there are times when I can't. Just like, for instance, now my sitter is sick. I used to have a nanny. Don't have one anymore. The kids are in school full time, so it does not make sense for me to pay somebody to watch the kids if I'm here. I work. I'm an entrepreneur. I work when they're at school. And, of course, sometimes I have, like, events and things. And luckily, I am super close with the old nanny, and she sits for me. and I don't trust everybody around my kids. I trust her, and their grandmother lives here. So she's amazing. Their dad is still in LA, but he's in and out. But it takes a village. So yeah, when the sitter is here, I can go out to events. But she's been sick here, maybe like for a month or so. So a lot of times I get the invites from my friends. And I'm like, sorry, they already know. I'm like, no sitter, I'm in. And honestly, I'm like, oh, hold on. All right, this sounds good. Sometimes even when I have a sitter, or I don't even ask her sometimes because I'm so like tired. Like I do my routine. I'm like, okay, we get home, go over homework, I cook, and then bath time, and just talk about the day. And I'm exhausted. So, but sometimes still I don't care. You need to get out. It's super important. You'll start talking about, like my friends talk about me because whenever I have to use the bathroom, I'm still like, okay, I'll be back and going to the potty. They're like, girl, what? Can you talk grown up talk for a minute? I'm like, sorry, not so much right now. But anyway, so hope that answered your question. You just gotta make time for balance and make time for yourself and your friends and things that are outside of everyday mommy mode, as I like to call it. But of course, time with my M's are everything. But you have to have that time for yourself and to let loose and to refuel, if you may. Oh, this is a good one. And I wish I wrote the names down, but I don't have them on me. But hopefully I'm answering your question. I want to shout you out, but I'll do that later once I'm able to get back. Hold on, let me see if it transferred in here. Photos, maybe I will have them in here. And of course, no, they're not. So, all right. Next question. She says, just wondering if your financial situation played a part in your healing process. That's funny. Do you think it would have been the same outcome if you were struggling to take care of your kids and not enough time to pour into yourself? Really good question. It's hard for me to do so and keep it classy when a man is living his life and giving me crumbs. Whew, yeah, that's a good one. I will say this. Before I met him, I didn't have no trash bag. I didn't come into the relationship with a trash bag. I bought my own Mercedes, not that Mercedes, whatever, but when I was like 23, 24, and then I traded that in a few years later for a Porsche Boxster convertible. So I went into it with a few coins, not as much as him, of course, I will say that. But, I wasn't a chick that came in like, oh my God, here's my trash bag. What can you do for me? No. And I own my own condo. It was different, of course, because I was extremely independent. And then meeting a man of means, of course. How long were we together? 4.5, almost 5 years. Not having to worry about those things. And, of course, I went to college and I went on scholarship, but I got a loan for financial aid. But just having, not to worry about those things, it felt good. And then getting out of the relationship, a lot of people, it's a misconception. You think, oh, it's all good, and that's why she ain't tripping because she getting all this and all this. No, it don't work like that. Well, it didn't for me. I can't speak on anybody else. He definitely takes care of his kids, financially. But as far as, I went back to paying my bills, which is, I should. And so, it's like, okay, I have to do this, have to do that. It's not what it seems. But guess what? Money doesn't, I know people say it, money can't buy you happiness. It doesn't. And sometimes it's more money, more problems. You got people reaching, hell, even before him, I'm the youngest, but it's like I'm the oldest in my family because I take care of everybody. And I just, just like my dad speaks life into me, it's like I'm that person for everybody. And of course that's draining at times, but it's a gift, it is what it is. And I'm so blessed that I'm able to do that. And, since college, or since if I have it, I give to my family. That's just me. And so, you can't take any of these things with you. And no, I can definitely say it didn't play a part in the healing because, honey, I used to tell him we were together because he traveled a lot. I'm just like, okay, well, can you come home? Let's have date night or da-da-da. The kids is this. And sometimes he would like get frustrated, and I got it. He's like, hey, like you're good, and you're da-da-da. I can't believe you're complaining about this. I'm like, yo, I can't hug these cars. I can't hug this huge ass house. Like, I need you. Like, at the end of the day, like, do you have to take all those jobs? You have to do this? Like, we need you. Me and the kids need you here. Like, let's just have a little bit more time. You know, like, you can't take none of this stuff with you. You can't, like, it does not make you happy. And honestly, if I had to choose, you know, like, I would want you here. But anyway, so, yeah, and it doesn't matter how much, like, you feel the absence, you know, and me coming from a two-parent household. In February, wow, it's going by fast. My mom and dad will have been together for 47 years. So that's all I know. And I know what that felt like. And I wanted so bad for them to have. So no amount of money in this world, let me repeat that again, no amount of money in this world could compare to that, you know. And I know that God is going to bless us, and he's already blessing us, but so they can have that. So just like they have two, you know, a mom and a bonus mom now, and they'll be able to have, you know, a dad and a bonus dad too. So in the end, it's all going to work out. But to answer your question, it did not play a part in my healing. It took me a while to completely get over everything. And because it wasn't like, you know, I didn't have the liberty of going through this without the world knowing. And I didn't have the liberty of walking away just cold turkey, never to speaking to him again, because we have kids together. So we're going to be in each other's lives. And no matter how hard it was or what happened or who felt what, we still had to get to a point where we're good. And I'm so glad that we're at a place where we're at today. And mind you, it's not all peachy cream, you know, like things happen and problems occur, but that's between our family. I'm sorry, I'm not the girl to run and give all the bloggers something to talk about, because we're going to handle it inside the house, and that's how it should be. Yeah, let's see. What else? What steps did you take to heal and forgive before dating again? I think I kind of touched on it. I went hard in the gym, which I need to get back. I'm going to get back on it because, yeah, when I tell you I've been living my best life this summer and Christmas, anytime I go home, just know I'm eating all that good Louisiana food, regardless. So I just went hard in the gym. I started juicing. That was super, super important to me. Just detox. I had to detox everything. And yeah, I juiced, and I became a pescatarian, where it's just like no beef and just seafood. That was around like right before I started shooting Atlanta Exes. And I felt lighter and I felt good, and you know, it was just really good for me. I did that and talked to my dad. He would give me scriptures. Went to church. I didn't go every Sunday like I used to growing up, but it's the foundation is there. So of course I gotta go. But I did that, and I held on strong and hard to my faith, because I mean, I knew that was the only thing that was gonna get me through. Like, no question. Like, how? Like, that's his grace and mercy, honestly. And I ain't come here to take y'all to church tonight, but he is good. But seriously, yeah, and it took a while. Like, I had a lot of people in the DMs. I had like people approaching me, but like it's like I didn't see it. And for a while, even before he started dating his wife, I just knew, you know, like we were going to be back together. So it's just like, why would I do this? Why would I get involved? Because, you know, like, this is my family. Like, we're good. How many parents does it take to co-parent? And things like that. I'm trying to read questions as I talk. So it took me a while. I would say it took a long time for me to fully get over the situation. I feel like it takes a longer time when you have children with your ex, obviously. And I asked someone as I was going through it, like, typically, like, how long? Because I'm like, oh, I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to still love him. Like, I said all these things. I'm like, I want to be strong. I want to get over it. But you can't just, my love is not like a light switch, and if it is, like, it wasn't real, And at times I wish that I could just turn it off, but, I couldn't. And I think I asked his mom. I think I asked Lorraine or something, because we're still, like, super close. And she's like, girl, they say it takes, like, half of the time that you were with the person to get over. And I'm like 4 years, like 2, like, I ain't got 2 years. I ain't got 2.5 years. Like, like, it was much. But it's so important to, like, do the work and heal. But when I started dating again, it was awesome. And literally, I remember this story like it was yesterday. It's like I woke up one day, like I would pray, like, okay, God, please just give me strength and, like, just let me be over him. Like, for real, like, that would be my prayer. Like, give me strength and, like, just let me just be able to just move on and whatever. Like, even when I wasn't there, like, I still, like, because we lived together for a year after, not in the same room. We had tons of rooms in the house, so whatever. But so I'm like, okay, well, maybe he'll see, like, this is the family he needs, and like, but whatever the case may be. Didn't happen, all good. But, like, I was just, I don't know, but just one day, it was after, of course, I moved back to the city, and I literally just woke up one morning, and I'm like, like, it felt like tons of bricks were lifted off of me. Like, I cannot explain it. And I'm like, okay. And I kid you not, that next day, it was a man I met maybe like a year and a half prior. We exchanged numbers, we text, but we were supposed to go out or something, but it didn't happen. And literally, like, I opened up, like, my WhatsApp or something, I don't know. And I saw a message from him, and I'm like, this is random. Like, I'm not kidding you. And I wrote back. I'm like, yeah, I remember you, da-da-da-da. And we were like, okay, well, are you free? And I'm like, actually, I am. My, kids are with their dad. He happened to be in town that week. I think it was like a spring break or something. I don't know. And so we agreed to go out to eat, and we did. And it's crazy. I'm like, well, what made you hit me after this long or whatever? And he's like, well, actually, Mo, I hit you like a month and a half ago. Like, not playing. But I was so, like, still engrossed in that relationship and, with him. Like, I couldn't even see it at all. Like, so I wasn't ready to receive it. So it doesn't even matter. So I just had to have that time to heal. Anybody crying, you can go away, negative Nancy or negative Nan, whoever you are. And blessings to you, because God is good. Anyway, I couldn't even see it, but when God say it's time, it's time. And literally, like, I didn't look back from that day. And it was amazing. And, all good. Okay, I saw a question that I wanted to answer. How do I do this, y'all? Do I just scroll down? Where's my practices and which help you heal? Some of my practices which helped me heal was to actually the gym that just helps you get your, like, get it out. Like, just run on the treadmill, just to whatever. Write down your goals, super big, so you can focus on yourself and your children. Like, what do you see yourself doing? And, start with 6 months, then go to a year. And, like, just when you focus on those things, like, it helps. It helps the healing process. It kind of tricks your mind. And just prayer. That was a lot of my practice, honestly. Prayer and just reading books. Tony Gaskin is actually a good friend of mine, and a lot of Tony's books helped. T.D. Jakes. like honestly just pouring into yourself and just aligning yourself with good friends that remind you sometimes who you are, because sometimes you might, if you're kind of in that situation, you might forget, if that makes sense. And just being around them and just, if they were negative and girl, you should have did this, like, no. Of course, I had a couple who kind of rowdy, but whatever. That's all good. We laugh about it and keep it moving, but ain't gonna bust a grape. But just really good-hearted people, and that helped me a lot. Also, speaking to someone. I know a lot of people that look like us don't believe in therapy, but yes. And I actually got therapy for the kids because they're going through a lot. There's a void there, and it's, they're getting older and they start to feel it, and they need an outlet too. So therapy is very, very, it's a good idea. I will say that. Because some things you just don't want to talk to your friends about, or sometimes you have that one friend, but then you just need to go to someone that's unbiased, and so those were some outlets of mine. And you absolutely have to speak things into existence, because the power is in the tongue. If you say you won't find nobody, say you won't get over it, and all those things, you won't. Like, you won't, because you're still stuck in that mindset. You have to want better. You have to do better. And time absolutely heals all things. I will say that. Let's see. That wasn't the question I was looking for. Let me see. Let's go over what you guys have been through. Oh gosh. Okay. Someone asked if Crystal met the kids before I met her. With me, with us, we had like a kind of like a timeline thing. Like, we wouldn't introduce anyone to the kids. Hey, Nuo, E&O in the building. We wouldn't introduce anyone to the kids like prior to 6 months or something. And I feel like that was a reasonable number. I think it probably came from me. Because you don't want to just have anybody around your kids, and just like me, like, no, it took a long time for my kids to, it took a while for them to meet my boyfriend, because it's like super important, that you make sure this person's gonna be there, and you can't have like, okay, this Uncle Nick, this Uncle Joe, this uncle, like, it's just too much going on. But anyway, so we had like a 6-month rule. However, his situation moved rather swiftly. Hey. And but he knew, and I guess when you know. And so I think he was coming in town or something, and the kids, of course, I want the kids to spend as much time as possible with him. But I think she was coming with him, and I was like, well, it's new, and they can't, like, I haven't met her yet, like, whatever. But they ended up meeting, and it was fine. She was harmless. At first, I felt some type of way. So we had a conversation, and it did not feel good. And I see that was the question that came up. Was it hard for you to let the kids meet Crystal? Absolutely it was. Because mind you, I was still in the mind space of it was still going to be us. Like, he was coming back, So, yeah, it was like I had to swallow that reality pill, because I'm like, oh, this is real, as they say. Not just real, but real. It's real life. And I remember we flew to LA. It was something going on. Oh yeah, he was doing Sesame Street, which was amazing. The kids got to see him do that. And actually, he and I had like a huge argument. And Crystal actually DM'd me and was like, listen, I'm not trying to take your place, be you're their mother, you can I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that. So what you and him got going on don't have nothing to do with, not nothing to do with me, don't quote me, but basically she was just trying to convey that, like, I don't want to be messy or drama or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I get it. And said we're going to meet up. Would you like to meet up? Because I know y'all coming. And I'm like, of course, like, we have to meet anyway because, you know, you're going to be around the kids. So, yes, let's do it. When I tell you guys, I was a wreck in my hotel room. I think the kids went downstairs with their grandma was in town too, his mom. And I called my lifeline, is what I like to call him. I called my dad. I was just like, Dad, I'm strong, but I don't think I'm this strong. Like, I don't know. And he's just like, what do you mean you don't know? And quoted me a scripture and just like reminded me of how strong I was. And I remember being on the phone crying my heart out. And he's like, well, how, like, what am I supposed to say? Like, what, like, this is real? He's like, yeah, it's real. And he actually had a conversation with him, I think, and I didn't even know at this point. I think he called him because he knew, like, I was upset. I talked to him before I got on the plane, and then whatever. Talked to him, like, this current conversation I'm talking about now. And he just was like, yeah, and I talked to him, and, you know, things happen, Mo. Like, you can't make someone want to be there, doesn't want to be there. And he's like, I know what you're saying. I know you were this and you were that, but that doesn't matter. He's like, that's not who God has for you. And you need to get up and be the woman, the strong woman that your mom and I taught you to be, who God made you to be, and face it. And you got this. Like, he's like, there's nothing you can do now. Like, he's gone. What you gonna do? Beg him? Like, scream? And like, no, you can't do that. And yeah, I sucked it up, and we prayed on that phone. Seemed like the longest prayer ever. And after that, I'm just like, okay, I got it. Like, let's do this. And I went downstairs, I met her, and it was pleasant. Like, we were talking, and it seemed like she was like one of my girlfriends, and just whatever. It was very pleasant, and I was really surprised. But yeah, it was, honey, that was pretty hard. But yeah, I did it, and you know, it got easier as the days went by. Hey, Canada. I would love to do red table talk with Jada. She's amazing, and they kind of set the tone. Shut up, Queen. Anyway, but and her Sheree and Will set the tone. Like, they've been doing this thing for a while, and it's possible. We see, like, they're living it. They have lived it a long time, and just, you know, they say black people can't do it, but yes, we can, and we do. It's up to us. It's a choice. Like, you choose to be bitter and acting crazy. Like, at the end of the day, it's the choice that you make. You're gonna choose to act a fool and let Ray and them and Lil Keisha, whoever, let everybody see that. Like, that's what they're gonna do. And don't get surprised when, you know, when you see, like, you know, when you see your kids acting out. And whoever just said sounds good in your new house, honey, you have no idea. This is not. Let me just tell you, for whoever that was, my house has water damage. Yes, it's a lot going on. Do you think I wanted to move in the middle of Christmas? Do you know how stressful that was? See, people always on the outside looking in, thinking, yeah, whatever. Like I stated before, whatever. Anyway, that's all the time I'm gonna give you. But God is good, and He is, and He will provide regardless. But yeah. Anyway, let's see. How do you pronounce your name? Monyetta. Or Mo? Let's see. Okay, I did that question. question. Do you think you will write more books? Yes. Do I think that I will write more books? I feel like I have a few more books in my soul. And let me not forget, because Mason's going to knock me out. I was supposed to release his book, Mysteries of Mason, before I did Keeping It Classy, Co-Parenting Strategies for Unstoppable Moms and Devoted Dads. But he allowed me to do this one first. So thank you, Mason. I know he's knocked out. But I definitely will release his book. And then, I don't know. Definitely I feel more books coming on. Maybe one about finding love again. Because I definitely have. And it's there. And, going to let people know that it's possible if you just stay on track and, hang in there and keep going. Because there is light on the other side. Let's see. 4 years and it's heart raising. Yes, it definitely is. And it's funny, I'm reading the message. I know how you feel. My parents been married for 40 years, and it was hard raising my child alone. Yes, it definitely is, because just even me feeling that void of what I thought would be as of right now and what is. And I still know that so many single moms have done it and done it well. And so that's how I know that I'm good, but I still, want what I had, and they will have it. Just got to decide when I'm ready. Anyway, but days. Like, honestly, today was one of those days, honey. I had a parent-teacher conference for both Maddie and Mason. So I dropped them off carpool. Went to work out. Let me stop. It's a deal I'm working on. I also do through my company, the Evan Grace Group. Just because I don't put it on Instagram don't mean I don't do it. One of my umbrellas, I do bookings, and I book several artists for certain type of shows or whatever. Somebody said hush up. I did a couple of overseas. So when you see me traveling, it's not always just partying and turn up. I'm partying and I'm getting a bag, quick little bag. But just because I don't post it don't mean it doesn't happen, honey. Thank you. And that's all me. But anyway, all right, that's enough. But I done forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yes, today. Like, today was a hard day. Like, I dropped the kids off. Worked out a little bit. Like I said, I'm trying to get it back. I need to lose that good old living my best life summer 15 pounds out of the game, even though I love the thickness. My man like it too. But yeah, I'm ready to slim and trim a little bit again and start back juicing and going to kill me crazy every day like I used to do. So Rory, I'll see you soon, buddy. But anyway, and then I had to do the emails to try to confirm and see if the artists were available on certain dates coming up and stuff like that. And that took a while because it was a real high profile person. So cross your fingers, say a good prayer, hopefully it goes through. But anyway, and then I had to go to this parent teacher conference, about both of the kids, because they have a great school and communication is key when it comes to the kids. And it was a good conference. However, there are certain things that I need to make sure I do. Like, as soon as they get home from school, I have like a workbook of my own that they do. And because of the move, kind of been slacking. And then when they go, with their dad or at their granny house, it's kind of, it switches up. So I feel like every time I get the kids back, it's like you're starting all over again. And it's so frustrating. But that's the day in the life. And that's what happens when you co-parent. But anyway, and so I got here today and homework went over because Maddie had like a lot of homework and she was, frustrated, which I get. And of course, like, I had a long day and I probably wasn't the best pleasant, like, hey honey, can you do it? Because it ain't always like that. I'm like, girl, look here now, stop pouting, and it was just a lot for everybody. And then I knew I had this live at 8:30. I'm like, ooh, y'all supposed to be in bed, y'all need to shower. Like, do I have to really hover y'all so y'all can get it done? Like, please help mommy out today. Like, mommy has to work. Mommy has to do this. Like, can you please, like, just go get in the bed? I don't want to have to talk you through it, say brush your teeth, and, oh, let me tuck you in. They're like, you're going to tuck me in today? I'm like, oh, be stupid. Of course I will. Let's pray. But can we hurry up? That's why I was like 15 minutes late. I ain't even going to lie. But, honey, yes, I said all that to say I could have used my good old husband tonight, okay? Anyway, but yes, it gets real, and it's not always peachy and creamy. It's hard. Yes, it is. It's extremely hard. But looking at your children should make it so worth it. Straight up. So on those days where you're frustrated, just look at the blessings that you do have. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know who she is. I watch TV. Like that she is a person. Okay. What else? Does a new relationship help with peace? Does a new relationship help with peace? I would say that it doesn't, like, it does not help. If I answered that right. I remember that before I was ready, I'm just like, oh, like, okay, I think I'm like, maybe when I move on, like I was thinking the same thing, like maybe I'll get over him if somebody else come, like, or something. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you're not giving anyone else the chance or the opportunity to. So focus on you, focus on healing, you know, and all those things. But even now, being in a place where I am seeing someone in a relationship and in love, and you know, I will say it feels good. It does feel good. But even if you're not, you have to be in a place where you're loving yourself, and it could feel just as good. Because when I wasn't with anyone, and you know, I'm still co-parenting, I'm still around the both of them, I'm still around everybody, like I still had that confidence, I still have that, you know, that drive, and that you weren't gonna see me walking around here looking toe up from the flow up and like giving anybody the satisfaction, because that wasn't gonna happen. Honestly, like even if I was feeling crazy that day. So it's, you know, it is what it is. Like I feel like a new relationship is good, of course, because a relationship feels good to anyone. Like it's awesome. It's a great thing. It's a good pick me up too. Like, okay, yeah, I knew I still had it. Because honestly, going through all that, you do take a look at yourself and feel like, oh, I wasn't good enough. You know, like, what is it? What didn't I do? What could have I done? Because if you read Bigger Than Me, I did things, you know, or whatever, to try to, you know, like I wasn't forced to do them. I chose, I wanted to. At the time, did I think it would help? Hell yeah. Did it? Hell no. You know, it's just, it is what it is. It's life. It's just, you know, it kind of, it's what happens, you know. What God has for you is for you. And just know if that's not happening, it shouldn't take all that to keep it going. You know, just bow out gracefully. And if you're going to kick and scream, do it, you know, I guess do it, try it, and don't work, don't do it no more. Like, I don't know. Just, you know, get your life and move on. Keep going. Even though I know it's going to be hard, and it is hard, and it doesn't, you know, like happen overnight. How long am I supposed to go, y'all? I don't even know how long I've been going. Let's see. YouTube channel. Listen, guys, I'm so excited. I don't know if you guys saw the clips, but I just started mine, and you could search for, in the search engine on YouTube, just Monyetta, the words just Monyetta. And you could connect with me. Please subscribe and click the bell or whatever it is. I'm getting new to that too. I'm new to that too, rather. So, guys, I'm super excited. I'm going to have the M's, honey. They've been trying to get a YouTube channel. Their little cousin, Liam, has one. Learning with Liam. Go check him out. And they, like, their auntie, TT Nicole, taught them, Mason and Maddie, how to, like, edit their own channel. So I'm like, they were like, Mom, can you, you know, just please start us a YouTube channel, please, please, please. I'm like, okay, first of all, I don't have time to do even IG and like I immediately got anxiety. I'm like, oh, I don't think I can take on anything else, but I didn't want to tell them, you know. Okay, no, baby. I'm just like, okay, we will soon. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. He's like, well, actually, TT taught me how to edit it, so all you gotta do is upload it, mommy. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's good. So, with that being said, I'm going to bring the M's. They're going to have a special segment on my channel as well. They're awesome and super creative, super smart, and funny as all get out. So I'm going to start their channel off on my channel first. So you can see them, see a day in the life with me. Some days might be, around this house chilling. I don't know if y'all saw the little dance competition that me and my crazy friend Daryl had. But yeah, he's going to be on there too. He cooks his butt off as well. So we're going to do some segments on that and go around Atlanta to my favorite places, favorite restaurants, and just learn a little bit more about me. I'm trying to be more open. And also when I travel, I might bring y'all on, see what's going on, see how everything is. So please subscribe. Again, it's just Monyetta. And just be connected. And I'm going to have some more conversations about positive co-parenting. Keep it classy. Again, every Monday I'm going to do this. So please, hashtag AskMoMondays. And have your questions. Sorry if I didn't get to your question tonight. But next week I will. And I will say your names. And the ones that I didn't say tonight, I will definitely shout you out next week. And I love you guys. Again, I thank you so, so much for tuning in to my probably third ever live, ever. And hopefully I'll get better at it. But yeah, that was it. Just know that, honestly, leave you with this. The main reason that you see all this chaos and everything. Oh, talk about my new relationship now. I've actually been in a relationship for a while now. I'll just say over a year. But I choose to keep it private as possible as long as I can. If you might see us around the town or somewhere, catch a little glimpse every now and again. I don't like to push in people's faces, but he's there. He's amazing. And loves the kids. Kids love him. And we're all good. But maybe one day, definitely, when I say yes, everybody gonna know. So, let's see. So tonight, I'm gonna do a recap and just let you guys know. The first Ask Mo Mondays was about keeping balance, keeping the peace. And the show each week, I'm reading my notes right now. It's gonna be a topic to focus on, and sometimes I will have a special guest. So you don't have to sit up here and listen to me all night talking, because I can be long-winded at times. But anyway, so we'll have a special guest. You never know who that person will be. That'd be one of my friends that's co-parenting as well, or one that just got married, or one that's it's going to be nice. And so please tune in every week. Wrapping up now. Sometimes the M's, they actually wanted to do it tonight. But I'm like, okay, it's going to be after your bedtime, but I promise next time, and even, do something for the blog. Like, we're just going to have a good time and talk. So thank you to all my fans who tuned in: Chicago, LA, Clarksville, Tennessee, Indianapolis, Jamaica, Jersey, Washington, D.C. My uncle's out there, my cousin Enrica, Brunswick, Georgia, South Africa, love South Africa, Brazil, Nigeria, Virginia, 318, of course, Shreveport, what's up, Brooklyn, Maryland, Orlando, Greenwood, yes, Greenwood, hey, y'all, Houston, Alabama, Cali again, Cincinnati, New Orleans, what about them Saints, who that, yes, let's make it to the Super Bowl, we're going to clown when they come, because I said when, yes, I'm sorry, my dad's a huge Cowboy fan, and they lost, but they almost had it. Anyway, hometown Shreveport, of course, love you guys. Thank you all for tuning in. See you next week, same time, 8:30 p.m. My book, Keep It Classy, out now, Amazon. Please go get it. And I will be discussing topics from the book and more announcements to come. Women's empowerment tours coming up. Ladies, unite all through this, okay? I love you guys so much. All right? Thank you, guys. Love you, love you. Have a good night, and always keep it classy. Okay, now, don't talk about me. And is right there, right? Got it. Bye.